I once was attending a gathering where the host stood up to give a toast. He started off by explaining how he intended to hold this event at another venue, but since the food there was not so great, he ultimately decided to have the event at this particular venue. As he spoke, everyone smiled and waited politely for him to continue. But I noticed that he didn't seem that satisfied with his arrangements. As the evening unfolded and people mingled, I approached him to thank him for all the efforts he had put to bring everyone together. But in response, I was met with a string of complaints about this or that. I had to remind him that the real value was in reconnecting everyone and not in perfecting every detail. He accepted in gratitude but with little enthusiasm. This moment made me reflect on how often people strive for perfection. They want the perfect time, the perfect place, and the perfect arrangement. And in the process, they lose sight of the true purpose. Perfection is a cloud, always out to reach. You can chase it forever, but all you'll end up with is wasted time, unnecessary stress, and a missed opportunity to actually enjoy the moment because you were too focused on what didn't go right. I have encountered many people who waste time in perfecting things and become their own worst critic, never truly appreciating what they have accomplished. Meanwhile, others watching wonder, why can't they see what they have actually achieved? It is important to pay attention to details and give your best, but there's no greater joy than timely execution. In professional life, deadlines exist. Whether or not you believe that the work could have been done better, you must deliver on time, or there are consequences. Trust and dependability are at stake, and no one wants to seem unreliable at workplace. You work to the best of your abilities and deliver on time, even sometimes if you're critical of your results. But that doesn't stop you from taking the necessary actions. Perfectionism, however, becomes an excuse in personal matters, where there are no penalties or nothing life altering is at risk. But that's where the problem lies. This pursuit for perfection is apparent to others, and over time, people who are important to you stop relying on you. They may not show it, but they silently dismiss you and move on to others who get things done. This silent shift erodes relationships, and if left unchecked, leads to bigger conflicts. On top of that, your relationship with yourself becomes strained. If you're constantly focused on what you could have done better, you'll never appreciate your own efforts. This self-criticism builds subtle insecurities that others can see. The worst part is that you don't need external critics. You've already become your own harshest judge. Nothing is ever good enough for you. It's ironic, isn't it, that something so intangible as perfection that doesn't even exist can cause such chaos. I understand that this drive for perfection is deeply ingrained in some, but it can be transformed with self-awareness. When you begin to take action and stop making excuses, you start to accept that even if things aren't perfect, you've still given your best effort. You show up for the moments that matter, preventing them from turning into regrets. You start patronizing relationships over personal satisfactions, and you recognize that perfection is simply a word used to describe something good, not flawless. When you stop chasing perfection, you start opening yourself up to new possibilities. You get things done and keep the people around you close. You become grounded in the understanding that no matter how well you do something, someone else can do it better. What you can control is giving your best, and that's enough.